Good afternoon, thank you for watching Rundlii Gaming. We're going to do another video on Hearthstone Battlegrounds, and let's see what we got this round. So, we have Superfish with deathrattles, which is always a fun one. The selling, but we don't, I guess we have elementals. Elemental's not bad with him either. Murloc isn't bad with him. Ever passive, frozen, yeah. And whelps, which I'm not a big fan of them either. So, yeah, we'll try some Beast Death Rattle, because that's always can be pretty fun too. And like early game, because we have that 2/2 fish, early game's not too bad, because we generally should win the first several rounds. Like, we should be able to beat this one pretty easily. Like, Reborn is probably the only one that would have been tough for us in the first couple rounds. Yeah, Tavertier. This goes to 6, will be at 5, so we could probably sell the Elemental to hit tier 3. Like, if we want to make this work, we kind of have to jump to tier 5 as kind of quickly. Our hope is kind of to get something like a Mama Bear fairly early. You also want a Baron, and then obviously get some leapfrogs, and then the sewer rats are good, since it's coming to play taunt or taunted. But yeah, depending on like what he has in play, like he could be a tough opponent. Because in that case, he would have had 3 attack, 3 defense, and 3 different attacks. So like. So, sell that one. We're going to go up. So he just moved tier 1 to tier 2 for the beast. Did he just have an alley cat and just not play around? It's the only thing that makes sense to me, unless he had like 2 scavenging hyenas, which. Yeah, well, in that case, he'll probably win, but. Well, he at least has a board state now, that's for sure. Well, that's kind of best case scenario for us. None of that helps. And we could play a little greedy here, maybe. It might bite us, but. Don't get me wrong, it's extremely greedy, which could very easily backfire. But the flip side of this would be to refresh and then very possibly not get anything that'll help, and then maybe get 1 extra creature. The downside is I'm pretty sure I'm eating 4 to 6 damage at least. So. Hopefully, Mr. Fish can at least kill something, you know, because if he can destroy at least one other thing, then might not be too bad off. Nope, that is certainly not everything. Yeah, took 5 points of damage. That's not too bad. As mentioned, it was a fairly greedy play. So leapfrog. Maybe buff leapfrog. And position next round. Like, I understand he could be decent, but not as much with the build we'll probably be running. I think if you were summoning a lot of beasts constantly, then he's actually not bad. But I think going to leapfrog build specifically, it's more about the counters jumping around. So you don't have as many summons as if you did a bunch of pack rats, for example. But yeah, I'm lower comfortable with that now. 5/5 and a 4/3. So that said, we still may lose the round. However, at least we'll do a little bit better, I think, than we have the last few rounds. Big thing is we still do need to hit Tavern 5. So depending on how this goes. Yeah, I could surely win a little better. Yeah, we might Tavern Tier out. Refresh. Mama Bear would be good, because we are about to improve our board state. Yeah, I guess next round we have potentially 10 coins, so I think Mama Bear would be one purchase. We could drop Hound Master, because then hopefully at that point the refresh will get us maybe 2 more beasts of some sort. And even if they're not the beasts that we want, it might be at least decent enough for. I mean, we could technically run the Patient Scout too. Just see if we can discover like an alligator or an avenging hyena. That would also buy us an extra refresh as well, because we would basically sell him, but we would lose 1 on the next purchase of the next refresh. Alright, so took 10 there. So we could take 1 more pretty decent size hit and still be okay. So I think this might be the direction we'll take. And that's kind of what I was worried about, is if we did a refresh, we may not run into another beast. Are we really not going to find anything? Because the other option, we could have went with the undead horse here, and that would also have been not a terrible play. But I think because if we can get this to die before fish does, because this is going to drop a bunch of 6/6s into play. And I think that should be enough to pretty much overpower a lot of stuff we have to deal with right now. And then of course that also gives some room for the death rattles to jump around here as well. And then of course with fish, you know, yeah. That was certainly about the worst possible outcome we could have had for that one too. I mean, we still tied though. There's a horse. Yeah, there's 2 things in there we need, so... So I'm going to freeze that, because we do kind of want the other leapfrog here. Possibly the Houndmaster. Yeah, because I think that's kind of how we want to do it. Because he'll most likely get destroyed pretty early. And at this point in the game, it's hard to say for sure whether or not he'll run into something and get killed as well. Ideally, he should be big enough that he won't, so... That's partially why I think we did kind of badly in that one, was the pack rat did die before the fish did, so... Well, that should pretty much get it for us. So, another leapfrog. Just to hopefully make this happen to the fish. Fish. Oh. I think at this point, we might as well just taunt him. Just because he's so much health, he's not going to go otherwise. I mean, horse is always a decent option. And it might even be a situation where it might be more beneficial if we left a space. Or would it? I think both frogs might go fairly early. Follow Mandel's not too bad. Yeah, because we definitely need golden knees. We need a golden marble bearer. And we also need to see if we can pick up a baron as well. I mean, it could have been worse. Alright, so leapfrog is one thing we need. Can we get him on there? Alright, let's see if we can find a good 6-star. I mean, this one gives us extra coins. We're playing against elemental, so they're all a bit beefy. Like, Zap would be good at some point if we end up facing against, you know, effectively my own build that I'm running right now. I mean, Zap would be decent against a lot of this stuff, but I'm gonna do this for extra coins. Just set them at the end and yeah. Yeah, it was just something like that. Because everything he puts in our hand is effectively a coin, so I guess it helps. Yeah. That was a pretty decent round too. Well, we got our Baron at least. That is good. Another Baron. Actually, let's go and drop him. So we kind of go two different directions here. We can basically get rid of Degen to basically buff them, but I don't know, in the case that we do lose, like, this basically gives us an extra coin because it, yeah, I'll just keep it like that. We'll just refresh until we find something useful. So yeah, we at least did get a Baron. Well, two of them, so it's pretty good as well. It wouldn't be bad to make him a 15-15 just in case they try to zap us out, because zap is definitely a thing against this build. Because the goal is basically either kill the fish or to kill the Baron. So you want to kind of hit both of them with a 15-15 and let it target one of the smaller things. Oh, thanks, Celeron was good. That's kind of why I wanted to keep the elemental guy in there, because at this point we have what, 5 more things, 6 more things to sell, because that counts as 2, and that counts as 2, and those are. And even with that, we still won, so still pretty good. So, like a mama bear would be good. A bear would be good. I guess that one's also good. I guess let's make that one with reborn. None of that's particularly useful. Light elemental. No, I don't think that's super helpful. Actually, that is not bad. The cause would be useful. Well, turned out pretty well. I just overran him with a lot of extra, beasts pretty much. Alright, so the cause should happen. I was going to sell this. It's not as useful anyway. The good thing is it does make him pretty sturdy. So like, I mean, is the goal still basically to try to make sure he goes first? Yeah, because I think that's still kind of the thing. So, because if he can drop first, then he can trigger some of the counters that are out here already. But he's big enough at this point that unless they have some big creatures, it probably wouldn't matter much, because he might survive it. But yeah, we definitely need more bear to be stronger. So AFK is running undead at this point. He's just keep getting much larger, pretty much. Because basically, if they don't take out the Baron, it almost doesn't even matter. It's just so much attack and health. Well, wave, goodbye. Goodbye. If we grab this, it's with the expectation we get Baron. I don't know if I can expect that'll happen. I mean, my calls would be good. Yeah, as much as I'd actually want to drop the other McCall first, this probably wouldn't happen anyway. I mean, he can still turn the ball minion into things, so that's good. Guess, for example, we could drop him to trigger that switch golden net, which then moves its stats to 2 different things, and Mama Bear would give another +10/+10 to it. Which may be pretty useful a little bit, because that may just be one of our routes if we want to increase base stats of things, but our base stats almost don't matter quite as much as all the trigger stuff that comes out after. Yeah, Ravage Oversub just has so much damage you can take that it almost doesn't matter. Because when that fish goes, it's going to pop a whole bunch more, so I mean... Oh, hey, goodbye. We can grab another one. I really just want a Mama Bear. One Mama Bear would make me much more happy in this whole mess of stuff. And at least that opens up a spot where we can kind of move stuff through. Alright, let's see what we get. Well, a lot of things that swipe pretty hard, so there will be that. think we pretty much take this one away pretty easily. Really gonna be poison some more stuff out. It's just so much. Yeah, I'll wave goodbye. Mama bear. Yeah, I think we have all the bugs we need. Still nothing. Still nothing. Sadly, I don't think we can deliver the dream on this one. I mean, this one has a bunch of poison, but I don't think it'll matter. So I do believe we'll probably run over them too. Well, they're running Murlocs, so like Murlocs can get pretty buffy, pretty big, pretty quick. But like just straight stats, like I think we may overwhelm them. Even if everything on their board is poison, we have so many things that just keep getting summoned and brought back and summoned. And basically, if they don't pull a Zap, because I think Zap would actually kind of wipe us out, because he'd probably smack the fish and then Mama Bear, which knocks out a pretty solid foundation of our stuff. Well, the good thing is he didn't go Zap on this one. This is what I was going to mention, it's just so many triggers. And, well, I guess it's pretty typical deathrattle belt with, Superfish. So, I mean, like, nothing particularly special, but it worked out again. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.